The topic of mental health and suicides or self-harm is a very serious one. So, friends, fellow alumni, and members of the IIT KGP family, the recent news from our beloved campus of multiple such cases in a very short span of time has been deeply disturbing for me. Today, we are going to confront this difficult truth head on. In this video, we share powerful real life stories from our previous podcasts. So, you will hear from guests who, during the time at KGP, be it BTech or PhD program, have witnessed from very close quarters some of these struggles and the profound impact it has had on them. But amidst all these difficult conversations, there is also hope. You'll also hear from one of the guests, Soumi, who bravely shared her own battle with depression during her PhD in KGP. Soumi had reached out for professional help at the Wellness Center in KGP, and today she is incredibly thankful for the experience. Her story is a testament to the fact that help is available, and reaching out is a sign of strength, not a weakness. If you or someone you know is struggling, please know that you are not alone and help is within reach. I'll put up the contact details for IIT KGP Counseling Center here and also in the description. Please reach out to them. This video is not just about understanding the problem, it's also about identifying where to find support, fostering a community of care, and ensuring that no one in the KGP family feels lost or unheard. Let's listen, learn, and act together. So let me be clear. The objective of this video is not to tarnish the image of IIT KGP. On the contrary, it's a heartfelt effort from an alum to help our friends in need find the assistance that they deserve and to foster a more supportive environment within our community. This isn't just news, it's a call to action for our community.
Frankly speaking, when I was at the end of my class 12 and I got the admission at IIT KGP, I found two things which were uncomfortable to me. I'm speaking very frankly because now I have nothing to lose if I tell all those. Number one, there was a very sensitive ragging incident in one of the preceding years, which was apparently such that at the very beginning of in those days, after that we had the special arrangement of the first year students, being taken special care and all those things. But someone, it seemed that he had to fall from a some place in the balcony or somewhere, and the life was lost. I do not know really what was the reason, but the entire media and all those things, it came up in a way that I found that not just my parents, several parents felt that no, let our children's life be there properly, let them not get IIT education, that is not important.
There was a suicide in one of the hostel that day. Right on the day that I entered, it happened on that day on MS Hall. We had no clue. किसी को भी पता नहीं चला क्यों हुआ क्या हुआ, like until he told me, I had no idea कि ऐसा कुछ हुआ है. That's how they have covered it over there. Because a lot of parents have come over there, so if they get to hear it, panic हो जाएंगे बहुत सारे people लोग and all. So they didn't let it come out at that point of time. And when I heard it from my senior, it was my first day. I really got traumatized. वो सुनने के बाद क्या है, like I need to stay here. So that was another reason why I became homesick and I wanted to go.
Even I didn't know कि मतलब अभी getting to know after what 14 years कि हम लोग का same first day था and we didn't hear it about it at all.
That is how they hide the things and all. So, I mean, that is good from their side because the reasons why the person committed has, it might have to do something with the college or it might be his personal thing, right? But the parents who have come into the college that day, if they get to know, they would blame college. It's a very big thing to control. It's difficult. It can't be contained. So they did a good job not revealing it to the outside and all. I think it was some relationship issues or something for that guy. Later I got to know. Not really sure about that, but that has nothing to do with the institute, right? Anyways. So they did a good job hiding it.
Another an incident which happened during that phase was an unfortunate suicide in our hall during the COVID period by a PhD student. So again, and that was the day where I was having a deadline, a conference deadline, and I know that there are regulations that you shouldn't, like, many people shouldn't be at one place and at one time, etc. So I was working on my laptop on some of the, like, writing, basically finalizing the paper in 2 hours. The deadline is, and I just saw that there are, like, all the floors of B.R. Ambedkar Hall, which is visible to me, is filled with people. And I was like, what's wrong with these people? Like, shouldn't they be isolated? Like, shouldn't they be like staying away from each other? And then suddenly my advisor rings me up and said, "Are you okay? And do you know what has happened in your hall?" And then I was, because of a deadline, I had no idea what's happening outside. And then I got to know about this incident from him. And he was basically checking on with me that if I am okay or not, because even if it's a deadline or anything, knowing someone who is basically in your same hall, who you might have encountered multiple times during your stay at IIT Kharagpur, has passed away, will have an effect, and especially in this lonely environment. So it was like, till now, like, I thought that phone call, although I didn't notice, I didn't know the importance of that call in the beginning of that call, but by the end of that call, I really appreciated that I received that call.
And it is very important. It's like the aspect of mental health. You talked about the suicide aspect as well. It is unnaturally common in IITs, be it PhDs or be BTechs. There are recent news about that happening again and again. It's a common occurrence, which should not happen, but it is a boiling pot. It is what IIT is. It can do to you a number of things in the head, right? And uh, what are the best method? You talked about having a companion, uh, but again, having a companion is not easy as well. I'd say in PhDs, you still have a good amount of gender ratio, sex ratio. You could tell for BTechs, it's worse. It's like
Yeah.
when I was there, it was 10:1, 10 boys and 1 girl per 11 students. Now it has improved quite a lot. So it's getting better. But what are the other ways that you could keep your mental health in check, like continuously checking up on each other? Or what are the other things that students who are now maybe watching, maybe going through the same,
Hmm.
would how would they ask for help?
Yeah. So I would say that so there is a stigma in the society that you do not really talk about the problems that are going on in your mind. You talk about health problems, but you don't talk about mental problems. It's equally a part of our entire body as well. So um, I I mean, during my PhD, I had gone for counseling sessions because I needed them. I realized that I need them. So, the realizing that you are in depression or you do need help, no, and just talking to your, even if you have like, we were together then, but still I needed help. So, just having companions or friends perhaps would not help. You need trained professionals who are going to open you up and make you see the bright side of the tunnel you are in at at any point of your life. So having good counseling sessions is something people should go for if they feel that there are signs of depression. You don't want to get up from the bed on after for several days. You are doing some work, a particular work consistently, and that does not really make sense at times to you or to the people around. So you have to realize, or you don't want to go out of your house and talk to people. You just want to be alone. So I think those are some signs which should make one realize that one is not in a good mental state, and they should go for these counseling sessions. I think in the IITs there are um, designated centers for these counseling sessions as well, or if anyone has any other better contact, they should go through that. It is very important rather than staying in that mental space for long. And be it any, like in bachelor, I mean, yes, I mean the pressure in the society is so much right now, the competition is so much right now, that it is very hard for all of us to have our minds in one place and realize, okay, I mean, life is just a journey, so you don't have to really compete with one another. And I mean, okay, competition comes in place because you have to reach a point, but not at the cost of your life, not at the cost of your mental health. So yeah, looking at the bigger picture of life, I don't want to sound like a saint, but it is very important looking at the bigger picture of life. But I think we get lost in the way, and eventually our minds are all over the place, and we strive for help, but we don't go for help because we think, okay, what will the people think, or what will, I mean, it's not my parents, but I have had some contacts who think that, okay, please don't tell my parent that I'm going for counseling sessions. So they still have these in mind, that okay, these are social stigma. So these should be eradicated, and we should talk upfront about these topics.
There can be many reasons that can affect the mental health. Maybe a low CGPA or a low grade, maybe some relationship issues, maybe some monetary issues, maybe the professor scolded you, maybe something else that you're dealing with internally, which cannot be shared out in the open. But life is too precious to let these issues overpower you. You will come out of it stronger. I've spoken to people who are even 5 pointers CGPA wise, and they are doing great in life. Some had multiple relationship issues and now they're happily married. I personally had EX and an F in the same semester. I had to go back and write the exam again. Managed to pass. But again, I'm not a trained professional. I'm just providing a few stories that I think might help you. If not, I would highly encourage you to reach out to people, to talk to people who can get you the help you need.